And a very good evening, everyone. Welcome to the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show. I'm Shane Parker, filling in for Trevor Jackson this week on tonight's game. Your number 2 ranked 4-0 Sheridan Bronx welcome the number 5 ranked 2-2 Thunder Basin Bolts to town for a 4A Clash of the Titans. Coming up tonight, we will take a look at the 4A standings. We will also hear from Kevin Coyle on tonight's history of tonight's matchup, and we will sit down and hear from head coach Jeff Mowry. All this and more coming up on the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show.
First Federal Bank and Trust invites you to our community appreciation event. Join us on Wednesday, September 28th from 11 to 2 at our Illinois Street location. Enjoy a bowl of chili and other refreshments from local businesses. It's supposed to be a beautiful day, and we'd love to share it with our community. Thank you for trusting First Federal with your business. Our team can't wait to see you for our community appreciation event, September 28th from 11 to 2 at 671 Illinois Street.
Chris Hayden with Hammer Chevrolet, the official first day of fall, September 22nd. That means hunting, travel time with the kids. Make sure your vehicle's tires are in good shape.
Bob, bring your vehicle in and we'll help you select the right tires from a host of top tire brands. All our tires come with our price matching guarantee. Provide us with a better price at the time of purchase, we'll match it. If you find a better price within 30 days of purchase, we'll refund the difference. That's how confident we are. You can't beat our tire prices.
Call or go online, hammerchevy.com to schedule your appointment, 107 East Alger.
Prime Rib Brunch at the Ramada Plaza by Wyndham is in Sheridan every Sunday from 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. In addition to succulent, grade A choice prime rib, you'll enjoy plenty of breakfast entrees, brunch side dishes, and desserts. Adults are $26, seniors $20, kids 6 to 11 are $15, and kids 5 and under are free. No reservations necessary. Just show up every Sunday for the Prime Rib Brunch from 9 till 2 at the Ramada Plaza in Sheridan.
Hi, this is Elizabeth.
And JT with EBIA Hearing and Sound. Hearing well is living well, and we're here to help.
Not only are we able to provide premier hearing aid technology with Bluetooth and AI, but we can address the environment in which you are hearing.
Our sound consultation services tailor solutions to fit your needs. Whether at work, at church, or at home, if you're struggling to hear, we can help.
Call EBIA Hearing and Sound today, 674-8920. That's 674-8920.
You have a new prescription to be filled, but where should you go? Hi, this is Vandalyn Meyer with Hospital Pharmacy West. Visit us and see what a local hometown pharmacy is like. Keeping all your prescriptions in one place makes it much easier for you, and knowing your medication history helps our pharmacists answer your questions. We look forward to seeing you at Hospital Pharmacy and Hospital Pharmacy West.
Hometown pharmacy, hometown care at Hospital Pharmacy West.
When it comes to printed, embroidered, or promotional product needs, there's only one choice in and around Sheridan County. That's Kilpatrick Creations on Brundage Street in Sheridan. Our knowledge and experience puts us ahead of all others. Our expertise guarantees you a quality and affordable product each and every time. Our pricing is fair and consistent, our garment selection is extensive, and our quality is unmatched. So for your next screen printed, embroidered, or promotional product order, go straight to the experts at Kilpatrick Creations. Remember, we're here to make you look good.
It's going to be a great year for Sheridan Bronx this year. Looking forward to a winning season. Hard to beat a team that's working together and with a winning spirit like the best team, ESP Realty. We strive to give you the best, whether it's buying or selling. And the Sheridan Bronx strive to give you the best high school football in the state of Wyoming. We are heading to a great season in high school football, and the Sheridan Bronx are the best in bringing you home the win. If you're looking to score a touchdown, call Jack and Kathleen Wood at Best Real Estate ESP Realty at 307-763-1249.
There's a lot of hype about mortgage interest rates right now, but like sports, we can be working on your preseason mortgage game. This is Autumn Showtime Morris with Homestar. If you want the best rate when you're ready for a home loan, let's make sure everything you need is in place to get that win. I will personally help you every step of the way. Stop by and see us. We are located behind Bison Union Coffee Company at 30 Cornell Plaza. Find us online at homestarfc.com. Homestar, your easiest way home.
Welcome back to the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show. Your Bronx are coming off a 39-28 win over Rock Springs on the road last week, while Thunder Basin was stunned by Cheyenne Central, losing to Central 41-28 last weekend. If you take a look at the 4A standings as we go forward, 2 4-0 teams with Cheyenne East and Sheridan both sitting at 4-0 currently. Campbell County and Natrona. Campbell County probably the surprise at 3-1, but Natrona also sitting at 3-1. Cheyenne Central and Thunder Basin, both 2-2 ball clubs right now, while Rock Springs and Kelly Walsh have a 1-3 record, and then Cheyenne South and Laramie round out the bottom of the 4A standings with a 4-0 record. As we take a look at tonight's matchup, two of the top three offenses in Class 4A as the Bolts have the top-ranked offense in the state, averaging just over 450 yards a game, while the Bronx defense is ranked second, giving up just over 230 yards a game. The Bolts have the top passing attack, while the Bronx have a very strong running game as they come in ranked number 2 in rushing. It should be one heck of a game tonight. You'll hear from head coach Jeff Mowry after we hear from Kevin Coyle and the history of tonight's game. That's coming up next on the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show.
The Wyoming Way. Living in the 307 is close to heaven. And the home we love is made all the better when we take care of our neighbors. When you bank with the Bank of Sheridan, your money stays here, working in our community as hard as you do. We offer great rates and service, and all loan decisions are made locally. You work hard out there. Let us do the same for you. Stop by today and experience the local difference. It's the Wyoming Way. BuffaloFed.Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Take advantage of Jeep Adventure Days this month at Sheridan Motors. From the open road to the Bighorn Mountains, Jeep is always ready for the ride. Visit Sheridan Motors at 3270 Wrench Drive and check out our all-new Jeep inventory, accessories, gifts, and more. Premium 2022 Jeep vehicles are in stock now, with even more coming soon, so don't miss out. Excellent financing and special incentives may be available to those who qualify. Come see what Jeep Adventure Days is all about at Sheridan Motors.
Brand identity is an integral part of your company. It's how the public views your organization and relates to your business. The folks at Alpha Graphics are experts in helping you grow your brand through strategic and consistent marketing plans. Their goal is to help you get noticed and get business. Go to alphagraphicssheridan.com to request a quote today, or stop by their new location at 2266 North Main Street in Sheridan.
Planning a project that requires block, brick, or stone? You need to contact the folks at Thompson Master Masons. They have the largest selection of brick and stone in town and 38 years of experience behind their work. Chances are, if it could be done, they've done it. Let Thompson's help you choose the best application for your specific project. Residential or commercial, give Thompson Master Masons a call, 672-7971. Or stop by their showroom at 135 East 11th Street.
Do you have family coming to town and not enough room in your home to accommodate them? Book them a room at the Candlewood Suites in Sheridan. They'll enjoy features like fully equipped kitchens that include a microwave, full-size refrigerator, dishwashers, even pots and pans, and free guest balcony. Standing view. Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll feel right at home. Call the Candlewood Suites 307-675-2100.
At Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center of Wyoming, they are proud to welcome fellowship-trained sports medicine surgeon Dr. Daniel Lichty to their world-class team. Whether you're an athlete or continue your active lifestyle, Dr. Lichty offers a full spectrum of bone, joint, and muscle care to help you stay strong. Visit BHOSC.com to learn more. Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center of Wyoming, specializing in what moves you, now open in Sheridan.
For Sheridan Media Sports, I'm Kevin Coyle with your Sheridan County High School Football History Report for Week 4, 2022. Information provided by Wyoming-football.com. For Thunder Basin at Sheridan, this game kicks off at 7 p.m. Sheridan won the first meeting between the two teams in 2017, while Thunder Basin got its first win in 2018. Sheridan leads the series 5-2, including the postseason, and has won the last 3. As far as games at Sheridan go, the series is tied 1-1. Sheridan's longest winning streak versus Thunder Basin is the current 3-game streak that started in 2019, while Thunder Basin's longest winning streak versus Sheridan is 1 in 2018 and 2019. They played twice in 2018. Thunder Basin won the first time, Sheridan won the second time. Sheridan has shut out Thunder Basin one time in 2020, while Thunder Basin has never shut out Sheridan. Sheridan's largest margin of victory versus Thunder Basin is 35 in 2020, 35 zip, while Thunder Basin's largest margin of victory versus Sheridan is 10 in 2018, 23-13. The most points that Sheridan has scored in a game versus Thunder Basin is 45 in 2017, 45-20. That was the first meeting between the two teams. While the most points that Thunder Basin has scored in a game versus Sheridan is 37 in 2019, 37-30. The two teams have never had a game versus each other go to overtime. For Newcastle at Tongue River, this game kicks off at 6 p.m. Tongue River won the first meeting between the two teams in 2005, while Newcastle got its first win in 2010. The series between the two teams is tied at 4, and Newcastle has won 4 of the last 5. As far as games at Tongue River go, the series is tied at 2. Tongue River's longest win streak versus Newcastle is 3 from 2005 to 2009. No games played in 2007 and 2008. While Newcastle's longest win streak versus Tongue River is 3 from 2010 to 2013. No game played in 2011. Tongue River has shut out Newcastle 3 times, the last in 2020, while Newcastle has never shut out Tongue River. Tongue River's largest margin of victory versus Newcastle is 30 in 2020, 30-0, while Newcastle's largest margin of victory versus Tongue River is 42 in 2012, 48-6. The most points that Tongue River has scored in a game versus Newcastle is 54 in 2005, which was the first meeting between the two teams, 54-28, while the most points that Newcastle has scored in a game versus Tongue River is 56 in 2013, 56-15. The two teams have gone to overtime once versus each other, with Newcastle winning last year. For Torrington at Bighorn, this game kicks off at 6 p.m. Bighorn won the first meeting between the two teams in 2020, while Torrington got its first win last year. The series between the two teams is tied at 1. As far as games at Bighorn go, Bighorn leads the series 1-0. Bighorn's longest win streak versus Torrington is 1 in 2020, while Torrington's longest win streak versus Bighorn is the current one-game streak that started in 2021. Neither team has ever shut out the other. Bighorn's largest margin of victory versus Torrington is 10 in 2020, 17-7, while Torrington's largest margin of victory versus Bighorn is 7 last year, 42-35. The most points that Bighorn has scored in a game versus Torrington is 35 last year, lost 42-35, while the most points that Torrington has scored in a game versus Bighorn is 42, set last year, 42-35. The two teams have gone to overtime once versus each other, with Torrington winning 42-35 in 2 overtimes last year. With your Sheridan County High School football history report, I'm Kevin Coyle for Sheridan Media Sports.
Thanks, Kevin. As we continue tonight, we will get a quick break, and when we come back, we'll hear from Sheridan Bronx head coach Jeff Mowry as the pregame show continues.
One season, 2 halves, 4 quarters, 1 halftime, 1 final whistle. A season of memories to last a lifetime. Don't let distractions turn those memories into tragedies. Texting while driving is a dangerous distraction. Sending or reading a text takes your eyes off the road for 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving the length of an entire football field with your eyes closed. Whether you're driving to the game or down the court, YDOT reminds you to stop the text and stop the wrecks.
Paid for by YDOT Federal 402 funding.
When you're ready to take the next step with your business, you need a partner you can trust. Hi, I'm David Hubert from First Bank of Wyoming. Team up with our local commercial lenders who know this community and strive to build lasting relationships focused on your success. Call us at 672-1733 or stop by our office at 1470 Sugarland Drive, Suite 2 to get started today. First Bank of Wyoming, Division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you have employees coming to stay for an extended time in Sheridan, make them feel at home with a room at the Candlewood Suites. These extended stay rooms feature fully equipped kitchens, including a microwave, full-sized refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding view of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll have more than just a room. They'll feel right at home. Call 307-675-2100.
Cool evenings mean it's time to get ready for those colder days ahead. How do your corrals look? Farmers Co-op has the panels and other fencing materials to get them fixed. Are your bunks in good shape? Farmers Co-op can help you with those as well. Need to order some livestock vaccines? Yep, Farmers Co-op is the place. Whatever you need to get your place in shape for the cold months ahead, you'll find it at Farmers Co-op, owned by those they serve at 1450 Coffeen Avenue here in Sheridan.
Projects are complex and full of communication hurdles. WWC Engineering is a multidisciplinary engineering firm that's been serving the Rocky Mountain region since 1980. WWC's range of consulting services is broad and employs an exceptional staff that has worked on a multitude of conservation district and water resource projects, giving them the experience from ground and surface water rights to irrigation and stream restoration. WWC Engineering. Call 672-0761 or visit them at wwcengineering.com.
Coach, week 5 of the season, week 4 really of what they call week 4, but you're 4-0. Coming off a big road trip and a big win down there. How are you feeling through the first 4 weeks of the season, and where you guys are at right now?
We're no longer an inexperienced team. We've got 4 games under our belt and had some good battles. Rock Springs was a great test for us. They were a very physical team and brought it to us and very well coached. And so I think that was a good test for us. Coming up here, we've got some teams that are coming in that are going to be a bear. And so going into Rock Springs, it was a good battle. It was what we needed, and hopefully we can continue to improve from there.
After playing South and Laramie, which you got to play a lot of kids in those games, was it nice to get into a game that was a little more physical and maybe forced your kids to step up to that next level?
Yeah, absolutely. And playing 4 quarters is something we needed to do. We hadn't had to do it in the last few weeks, and it was good. We need to get our endurance back. We got to be able to fight in the fourth quarter. So many games. You'll play well for 3 quarters and that fourth quarter just drops off. And that was something that we did in Rock Springs is our defense played, I thought, absolutely great until the fourth quarter. They scored 21 points in the fourth quarter. That's something we can't have happen down the road.
I was kind of going into that. Are you pleased with where your offense and defense are at this point in the season? Are you maybe looking for a little bit more?
Yeah, always looking for more, Shane. Anytime, I don't know any coach that says we can't get better, right? And so offensively, we've had too many turnovers and the ball's been on the ground too much. And you saw that in the first half of Rock Springs last week. We had 2 turnovers, both of them when we're driving the ball. And so that kind of stuff can't happen. That'll hurt us, especially in a tight matchup. And then defensively, I thought we played really, really well for the first 3 quarters of that game. And then I think we got a little bit tired. We got a little bit lax and got a little bit of a lead. And so I think we took the pedal off a little bit. Our defense got to continue to play. And then I'd say we've got to tackle better. We've got to be able to tackle better and make plays in open space. And we got to continue to improve in that area.
And that comes with just experience and getting to play in 4 quarters and playing tired.
Yep, absolutely. And a lot of it too is, we're shooting on a tackle and we're not wrapping up very strong, or we're not hustling the ball and a guy cuts back on us and our pursuit's not there. And so we've just got to continue to sharpen things up.
Health-wise, how do you feel you are? Obviously, you lost Dylan Bennett week 1, and he's trying to work his way back. Maybe you'll get him back, maybe for the playoffs. But there hasn't been a lot of other big injuries to this point. Are you happy with how that's gone?
Yeah, especially going into Rock Springs last week, we were pretty healthy, with the exception of a couple guys that are injured earlier. We've been pretty healthy the last couple of weeks. Had a couple get banged up and come out of the game for a while, but I don't think it's anything long-term. And so some short team stuff that we got to just be careful of during the week, make sure they're seeing Joanne and being disciplined with their therapy with her, because Joanne does a tremendous job in the weight room and she'll get them healed as quickly as possible as long as they go follow what she asks them to do.
Turning our attention now to tonight's game, Thunder Basin comes in and they're a team that maybe you didn't know what they were going to have this year, but they started out guns a-blazing. Maybe they're probably not satisfied with their 2-2 record. They're maybe even better than their 2-2 record. Thoughts on Thunder?
Ever since there has been a Thunder Basin High School, it's been a tremendous football team. Coach Bakula and his staff over there do a great job. And, they're a 2-2 football team and averaging 37 points a game. And we look at that defensively and like, oh my gosh, how are we going to just keep the ball in front of us? And so there's a huge challenge tonight. They've got a dynamic offense and they've got guys that can score from anywhere on the field. Their leading receiver has 33 catches and 9 touchdown receptions. I mean, our leading receiver only has 8 catches. And so he has more touchdowns than our leading receiver has catches. And so we're going to have to be very, very disciplined on defense and keep the ball in front of us. Thunder Basin's a very good football team. You look at a 2-2 record and a 4-0 record, and I wouldn't say that's indicative of how the game's going to go tonight. It's going to be a matchup, and it's going to be a battle for 4 quarters.
And when you're looking at the statewide stats, Aguilar, their quarterback, just he's thrown the ball 121 times, where we've thrown the ball like maybe 30, 40 times on the season. So completely different offenses. Defensively, how do you slow that passing attack down? Because obviously Rock Springs exploited that maybe a little bit in the fourth quarter last week, and that, like you said, may have been because the kids were tired, but they really like to sling the ball.
They do. Thunder Basin has always been a good throwing team, and you've seen it through years past, kids going to play quarterback at the next level, and they've got a talented offense again, and they're 4 wide. A lot of times they're empty, and even in their 2-back sets, they like to throw the ball. And so, but still, initially, we've got to take away the run. One thing all offenses like to do is run the ball first, and they've got a strong running attack, and so we've got to be disciplined on the run and stop the run first, because if we don't stop the run, they're not going to throw it. And so once we stop the run, we've got to be able to read our keys and get to our drops. And we've always got to be aware of where number 4 is, because he's a guy that anytime he gets his hands on the ball, he could take it to the house. So we really got to be aware of him, and he's a big target and an athletic guy. And so always being aware of where he's at, and then we've got to read our keys and get to our drops and zones. And then, if we ever go man, we've just got to be aware of where he's at and make sure we're being disciplined in our coverage.
With Laframboy and Felton, the 2 big receivers that they have, do you want to get physical with them right at the line of scrimmage? Do you play off a little bit?
We're going to try to mix it up a little bit. The thing is, with both those guys, they're about 6'3", 6'4", and we don't have a lot of 6'3", 6'4" guys that run like they do. And so we're going to have to play off at times. We're going to have to beat them up at times. We're going to have to keep them guessing, because if we give them one consistent thing, they're going to find a way to beat us. And so got to keep changing it up, change different coverages, give them different looks, disguise some things, and keep them guessing the whole game.
Your passing game, you have a lot of speed as well.
Yep.
Are you happy with how that's coming along? Obviously with Gilbertson not playing well, I think he's done a really good job to this point. Mm-hmm. Are you happy with that? And how's that passing game progressing?
Yeah, it's continued to progress, and it's been efficient enough to, I think, keep people out of the box and allowed our run game to get going. And, we look at last week, I think we had 37 plays, and offensively we scored 4 touchdowns in 37 plays. That's pretty efficient. Every time we had the ball in the second half, we put a touchdown on the board, and some of those were quick drives, some of those were a little bit longer. We've got to throw the game. Our offense is not a pass first. We're a run the ball first offense. I don't think it's a secret, and our offense has to be, the pass game has to be efficient enough to not allow people to pack the box, and we've done a good job of that so far. And something again we're going to have to do tonight, because Thunder Basin's got a great defensive front and aggressive linebackers, and I think they will try to take the run game away, and we've got to have enough pass game to keep them honest and keep them out of the box.
Can you take advantage of their aggressiveness with Colson and using him in different areas again?
Yeah, I hope so, and I hope that with our motions and things like that and our different formations that they're not quite lined right, we can take advantage of some formational things that I think we can maybe out leverage them in some spots.
Very good. Now, obviously you probably watched the tape of the Central Thunder game, and were there some things that Central did that surprised you that you guys might be able to use and take advantage of to maybe slow that passing game down a little bit?
Yeah, Central did a really good job of what I thought they did a good job is they had some big plays offensively, a couple posts that went over the top for 60-plus yards. They had a special teams touchdown on the opening kickoff return one. And then they were always aware of where number 4 was. They tried to take away their big play. And they didn't completely take away the big play of Thunder Basin, but they limited those big plays. And when you do that and make them force the field, force it, that's something they're not used to. They're used to big play. And so we've got to make them drive the field. And so if we can do that and stop the run and then keep them honest in the pass game, I think we got a shot.
So keys offensively for tonight's game for the Bronx, obviously you have to put points on the board. Yep. They're a high-scoring affair, and you want to stop them, but you've got to put points on the board.
Absolutely. You don't hold a team that averages 37 points to shut them out. That's not a realistic goal. And so, our seniors make goals every week, and they've made a goal to hold them underneath their average of 37 points. And if we can do that, that means we've got to put some points on the board as well. And so offensively, if we're not in the 30s, it's going to be tough to stop these guys.
And another week here at home, and you like to play this game on your home field tonight, obviously.
Absolutely. Anytime we can play at Homer Scott Field and play in front of the Sheridan Bronx crowd, it's the best place to play in the state. A tremendous place to be a student athlete is in Sheridan. This community has so much support for everything we do, and as a coach here, everybody rallies around this group of young men, and it's a fun place to be. And so hopefully the weather holds out and we get a great crowd.
We'll get after him tonight, Coach.
Thanks, Shane.
First Federal Bank and Trust invites you to our Community Appreciation event. Join us on Wednesday, September 28th from 11 to 2 at our Illinois Street location. Enjoy a bowl of chili and other refreshments from local businesses. It's supposed to be a beautiful day, and we'd love to share it with our community. Thank you for trusting First Federal with your business. Our team can't wait to see you for our Community Appreciation event, September 28th from 11 to 2 at 671 Illinois Street.
As we get ready to go, it'll be the Bronx and the Bolts at the top of the hour. Enjoy it.
Mark Tuesday, September 27th on your calendar as a day to start a new career with McDonald's. McDonald's is having a hiring day. Come in to McDonald's on Coffin Avenue, Tuesday, September 27th, anytime from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. and interview for a number of positions, full and part-time. Take advantage of the numerous benefits, including the work today and get paid tomorrow. Stop by McDonald's on Coffin Avenue anytime, Tuesday, September 27th, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. for a hiring day event.
Do you love what you do? Well, I do. Hi, this is Jill Bates with Best Real Estate. I have the pleasure of working with many amazing people every day, assisting them with the next chapter, whether buying or selling. Real estate is not just looking at pretty homes. There are lots of hoops, steps, and challenges to overcome, and people to coordinate to achieve a successful closing. We don't expect you to know what to do. You don't do this every day like we do. Let me and my outstanding and caring team at Best Real Estate be your guide and make the start of your next chapter a success. Give us a call today, 675-BEST. As always, make it a great day.
Brokered by EXP. Would you like to turn your fly cast into an art form or learn how to process your own meat? Would you like to learn American Sign Language or study different styles of yoga? Sheridan College is offering community interest classes to provide unique learning experiences that will feed your curiosity in a wide variety of subjects such as art, technology, outdoor, and cultural topics. Begin tailoring your education to your hobbies by visiting www.sheridan.edu/community. Using our easy online form to enroll or call an advisor today at 307-675-0500.
The law offices of Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing has offices in Sheridan and Casper ready to protect the freedoms and rights of the citizens of Wyoming. Michael Lansing, McCole Soto, and Wade McCool provide competent local legal counsel focused on small businesses, real estate transactions, guardianships, employee protections, and personal injury. Michael, McCole, and Wade will aggressively, timely, and ethically protect your rights 24/7. Proud to support all local youth activities.
Hi, this is Elizabeth.
And JT with EBIA Hearing and Sound. Hearing well is living well, and we're here to help.
Not only are we able to provide premier hearing aid technology with Bluetooth and AI, but we can address the environment in which you are hearing.
Our sound consultation services tailor solutions to fit your needs. Whether at work, at church, or at home, if you're struggling to hear, we can help.
Call EBIA Hearing and Sound today, 674-8920. That's 674-8920.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Homer Scott Field. Shane Parker with you here on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM. We are just about ready to get things going tonight. Good hearing from Coach Mowry as we get ready to go tonight, and he had a lot of good things to say about the tonight's matchup. And if you're not here, boy, join us on our live sportscast on Shared Media, the live stream. It's a great picture, and you'll be able to hear all the action and see all the live action as well as we get ready to go tonight. The Bronx did win the toss, and they did elect to receive, so they will get the ball first. And the last 2 weeks, Thunder Basin has been susceptible. They've given up 2 punt returns for a touchdown, and Cheyenne Central took the opening kick last week back for a touchdown against Thunder Basin. Joining us on the broadcast tonight is Ryan Parker, as Trevor is off on an Alaskan cruise this week, so the Parker brothers are going to be taking control tonight. Good thing we see Dane Steele out on the field tonight.
Absolutely. I heard that he banged up a foot or an ankle earlier in the week, but he must have followed what Joanne asked him to do, and he's out there and going to go.
He's going to give it a go tonight, so it's good to see Kettner and Steele back deep for the Bronx. And it will be the running back, Nick Black, doing the kicking for the Thunder Basin Bolts tonight. Kickoff-wise, he's had 20 kickoffs. He averages about 56 yards, so he is able to put it into the end zone and maybe not give a return to the Bronx. We are just about ready to go. Black has the tee, the ball on the tee, and there is the whistle. Here we go. And Black booms it away, but it's going to be returnable. It'll be Kettner from the 5. He fakes the handoff to Steele, bounces it outside. He's across the 25, now to the 30, and going to be run out of bounds at about the 32-yard line, but a good start for the Bronx on the offensive kickoff return.
Yeah, they faked that reverse, and he got to that edge and just followed his blockers, made a cut to the outside, and picked up probably 8 or 10 more yards.
It's a good start for the Bronx. It'll be Cale Gilbertson at the quarterback spot. Again, Colson Kuhn will also be taking snaps tonight a lot as well from that Wildcat position. They're going to go empty, put 4-5 receivers in the formation. Kind of a different look for the Bronx to start this one tonight. It'll be Kason Wilson, Dane Steele, and Matthew Kettner to the near side. Colson Kuhn and Dom Berrettini on the far side of the field, and they send Kettner in motion. And they give him the jet sweep, and nothing going, and he's going to lose a couple yards back to the 30-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 12 for the Bronx. The offensive line just didn't. They tried going to that short side of the field, and it just bunched up before. Actually, they're going to say just a loss of 1. Say Kettner did get back to the 31-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Bronx. Signals come in from the side. Gilbertson in the pistol along with Kuhn. Kuhn goes in motion, and he'll line up in the slot. Cale drops back, looks down, has Colson across midfield to the 40, and he's going to be tackled at the Thunder Basin 30-yard line. What a great pitch and catch there from Gilbertson, finding Colson Kuhn down the seam, and they're going to mark him at the Thunder Basin 31-yard lines. So that's a pickup of 10, 20, 30, almost 40 yards on 2nd down.
Gilbertson did a really, really nice job of waiting for Kuhn to clear those linebackers and get open, and he just laid it right over his shoulder.
Great catch by Kuhn. A little bit underthrown, but he was wide open. This time it'll be Gilbertson again alone, and now Kuhn will move into the backfield. He'll take the handoff, and he'll be stacked up as he crosses the 30, but nothing else there. Just a gain of maybe 1 yard on the carry.
Wow, that Thunder Basin defensive line is really digging in on those first 2 run plays so far.
Well, they are stout. 6', 240 on the nose. And the Bronx are they're showing some stuff that we haven't seen yet this year. 5 wides every time they've come out. Gilbertson, again, he's alone in the backfield. He drops back, and it's a wide receiver screen to Kettner, and he's going to fall forward across the 30 to maybe the 29-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Bronx. It's going to be 3rd and about 8 on the wide receiver screen. Just didn't happen quick enough.
Yeah, that receiver on the outside just couldn't hold that blocker. He was going to get called for a holding penalty, so he had to let the kid go.
So this time, Taryn Grooms will come into the backfield. Looks like Colson's going to take the direct snap with Taryn Grooms alongside Wilson and Kettner to the near side of the formation. Kettner goes in motion, and they give it to him on the jet sweep. He's going to find a crease, and he's got enough for the 1st down and more across the 10 to the 5, and he's run out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st down Bronx. What a great play call on the jet sweep.
And Dominic Berrettini over there on that right-hand side did a great job of just getting in front of that defender, and Kettner just went right off the block and got it inside the 5.
So it'll be 1st and goal for the Bronx. 5 plays in here on the offensive side of the ball for the Bronx. Alex Haswell will check in now at one of the tackle spots. Actually, he's going to kind of line up as another, maybe a 6th lineman out there, like at the tight end spot. put Dane Steele out on the far side. Kuhn in the backfield with Gilbertson. They're going to have to hurry to get this play off. They do. They give it to Steele. They fake it. Now the pitch to Kuhn. Kuhn makes one man miss, dives for the pylon, and he is in for the touchdown. Colson Kuhn puts the Bronx on the board. They lead at 6-0 here on the range scoreboard with the extra point to come.
Boy, they could have had him for a loss of about 3 yards, and he's just got that nose for the end zone, and he just beat him to that pylon.
Just a great job of avoiding a couple tackles. So Colson will come on to attempt the extra point. And the kick is up, and it is good. So the Bronx lead at 7-0 on the range scoreboard. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more right after this.
When the roads turn bad, you find out in a hurry if you need new tires. Hi, this is Chris Hayden with Hammer Chevrolet. Come in and let's get a new set of tires on your vehicle and get you safely on your way. We carry brand names like BF Goodrich, Bridgestone, Continental, Dunlop, Firestone, Goodyear, Michelin, Pirelli, Uniroyal, and more. With our price match guarantee, you never have to wait for a tire sale. Provide us with a better price at the time of purchase, and we'll match it. Find a better price within 30 days of the purchase, and we'll refund the difference. You can't beat our tire price match guarantee from Hammer Chevrolet. Online at hammerchevy.com.
Cool evenings mean it's time to get ready for those colder days ahead. How do your corrals look? Farmers Co-op has the panels and other fencing materials to get them fixed. Are your bunks in good shape? Farmers Co-op can help you with those as well. Need to order some livestock vaccines? Yep, Farmers Co-op is the place. Whatever you need to get your place in shape for the cold months ahead, you'll find it at Farmers Co-op, owned by those they serve at 1450 Coffeen Avenue here in Sheridan.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Ty Gilbertson with the kickoff. And it'll be returnable from the 5 out across the 20 and taken down about the 25-yard line. That's where Thunder Basin will take over 1st and 10 for their first offensive drive of the game. We'll see how the Bronx come out and defend this high-powered offensive throwing attack that Thunder Basin has. You know, they absolutely throw the ball. They average 289 yards a game through the air. They've already thrown 13 touchdowns on the season.
Yeah, the defensive backs are going to have their work cut out for them tonight.
Aguilar with 4 men in the formation. The ball's tipped and incomplete. Great job. I think it was big Alex Haswell got his big paw up and tipped that at the line of scrimmage. So that'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Bolts. So the quarterback for the Bolts, Alonzo Aguilar, 79 of 121 for 1,082 yards and 13 touchdowns. He has thrown 6 interceptions this year. On 2nd down, the pitch to Nick Black. He got outside, and he's going to be run down and tackled for maybe just a short gain, maybe 2 yards, as Kettner met him right at the line of scrimmage. He did fight forward for a gain of about 2. It'll be 3rd down and 8 after the 2-yard gain.
Great pursuit by that D. Someone slowed him up, and those other guys just filled those holes and were able to stop him for a short gain.
Darren Davidson getting his first start tonight on defense for the Bronx as he's playing one of the corners. The Bronx defense getting set. 3 men to the far side of the formation. And Aguilar's going to be dropped for a big sack. It was the first guy there was Chance Larson, I do believe. And Aguilar had nowhere to go. The Bronx just piled in on him. I do think it was, I do believe it was Chance.
Yeah,
Chance Larson was the first guy there.
Right, Chance Larson was first guy there, held him up, and then I think it was Cason Wilson who came in and finished off the job.
So Thunder Basin will have to punt. Darius Felton will be the punter. 8 punts for an average of 34 yards. Back deep is Steele and Kettner. The punt is going to be short, just across midfield, and it goes out of bounds at the Bronx 48-yard line. So great field position for the Bronx. Just good defensive pressure up front on Aguilar, and that's the difference. On a passing team, your defensive line has got to do the job. Either take up the front so the linebackers can get to the quarterback, or they're going to have to get to the quarterback, and they did it on that first series.
They did, and that'll be something that Aguilar kid remembers. He'll have to think about that for the next hour.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll be in his head for sure.
So Gilbertson brings the offense back out on the field. Steele to the near side. Kuhn in the backfield with Gilbertson. The signals come in from the side. Kettner on the jet sweep. A lot of room to this near side. He breaks a tackle. He's across midfield, and he's gone. Kettner to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Sheridan Bronx touchdown. Matthew Kettner from 52-yard run on the jet sweep.
Wow, unbelievable. He was patient, waited for that hole, waited for those blockers, and there was nobody within 5 yards of him.
No, when he hit the corner, he was gone. There was a wide open seam.
Yep, it opened up about the 30, and there he went.
So Colson Kuhn will come back on to try to make this a 14-0 lead for the Bronx. Colson's kick is up, and it is good. With 7:23 remaining here in the first quarter, it's the Sheridan Bronx 14, Thunder Basin 0. We're back to Homer Scott Field right after this.
Mark Tuesday, September 27th on your calendar as a day to start a new career with McDonald's. McDonald's is having a hiring day. Come in to McDonald's on Coffin Avenue Tuesday, September 27th, anytime from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. and interview for a number of positions, full and part-time. Take advantage of the numerous benefits, including the work today, get paid tomorrow. Stop by McDonald's on Coffin Avenue anytime. Tuesday, September 27th, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. for a hiring day event.
Hi, this is Elizabeth.
And JT with EBIA Hearing and Sound. Hearing well is living well, and we're here to help.
Not only are we able to provide premier hearing aid technology with Bluetooth and AI, but we can address the environment in which you are hearing.
Our sound consultation services tailor solutions to fit your needs. Whether at work, at church, or at home, if you're struggling to hear, we can help.
Call EBIA Hearing and Sound today, 674-8920. That's 674-8920.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Homer Scott Field. Gilbertson's kick again down to about the 5-yard line. The return man was out there for Thunder Basin. That was Landon Hofer that returned it out to about the 21, 22-yard line. So it'll be Thunder Basin ball at their own 22-yard line to start this second drive. And again, the Bronx defense did a great job. Couple pass plays that time. They batted down the first pass play, and they were able to get to Aguilar on the second pass play and really diffuse this strong passing attack for the Bolts. So Aguilar in shotgun. There's 3 in the formation. LaFramboise is going to take it on the jet sweep. He bounces outside. Good pursuit. Oh, should have been a big hold. LaFramboise will pick up 3 or 4 out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Looked like the tight end on the near side had a handful of jersey, but it wasn't called. So we'll just go with that. 2nd down and 6. Actually, they're going to give LaFramboise 5 yards on that jet sweep. Again, 4 men in the formation. Aguilar quickly throws out an out pattern, and that'll be caught out there by Colton Vetter, the 6-foot senior. He'll pick up about 4 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1 here on Thunder Basin's second series. Aguilar, the quarterback, 6 foot, 215, so he's a big boy. Black lined up in the backfield with Aguilar. He bounces out. Vetter again makes the catch, and he's going to be. They're going to give him forward progress out across enough for the first down. Pick up about 2 yards on the play. Actually, they're going to mark him out to the 34-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Thunder Basin, their first down of the ballgame.
Yep, he knew where he needed to get. Those sticks were right there. He got past the sticks, and the quarterback completed the nice, easy pass, and they get a new set of downs.
So again, 4 wides in the formation with a single back. Aguilar drops straight back. No pressure this time by the Bronx, and a deep ball, and Darius Felton has caught it deep in Bronx territory. It'll be 1st down for the Bolts as the tight end Felton was able to get behind the defender. It'll be
Thunder Basin first down at the Bronx 18-yard line.
Yeah, he just got behind those two defenders and used that big body and went up and got that ball.
So there's the first big play for Thunder Basin with 5:36 remaining here in the first quarter. They've used a couple tricky jet sweeps, but no direct handoffs. But here's Nick Black, his first handoff, and he's going to be thrown. Maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe they're going to give him 1 yard.
Yep, Alex Haswell on the tackle. Way to stay in his zone and just read that handoff.
So a pickup of 1 by Black as we approach 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Aguilar, again, this time 4 receivers, 3 to the far side. Black in the backfield with him. And the Bronx blitz. There's receivers running everywhere. There's a flag, and Aguilar breaks away from a would-be tackle, but I think we're going to have a hold coming back. It is going to be a hold, and that flag is thrown right about the 19-yard line, so that's going to bring up second down and really long now for Thunder Basin. So holding on the offense. It'll remain second down for the Bolts. The Bronx did a good job of getting after Aguilar again, but he was able to break away from the would-be tackler and complete the pass downfield to Felton, all for naught. 4:43 remaining here in the first. Bronx leading 14-0 already here on the ACT scoreboard. Makes that the range scoreboard. Aguilar again in shotgun with Nick Black standing beside him. 2 tight ends in this formation. Again, a long out, and it's going to be thrown way out of bounds. Aguilar missed his target by about 4 yards as he was looking for Colton Vetter, who was lined up outside.
Just a couple of scores of interest from some other Sheridan County schools that are playing right now. In the first quarter, Newcastle and Tongue River are tied up at 7 apiece, and Torrington and Bighorn is 0-0 in the second quarter.
Still no score. All 3 Sheridan County teams at home this weekend. Aguilar drops straight back. He'll roll to his left, look downfield, and it's caught inside about the 15-yard line, maybe the 16. It'll bring up fourth down now, though, for the Bolts. We'll see if they'll go for it here. Aguilar is going to come off. Are they going to? I think they're going to attempt a field goal here. It's going to be 4th and 8 for the Bolts. They'll place the kicking tee at the 24, so this will be a 34-yard attempt. And the field goal kicker is Nick Black. He's only 1 of 3 on the year as long as 27 yards. So this will be the longest of the year for him. A 34-yard attempt. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 4:09 remaining here in the first quarter, Thunder Basin gets on the board with a 34-yard field goal from Nick Black, making it the Bronx 14, Thunder Basin 3. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more right after this.
Have you been to the showroom at Thompson Master Masons? If you're thinking about doing a masonry project, you need to stop by and check it out. Thompson's located on the corner of Broadway and 11th in Sheridan with a showroom full of brick and stone samples. They offer both man-made and natural stone. As a matter of fact, Thompson Master Masons has the widest selection of stone, block, and brick in town. Wholesale or retail, contact Thompson Master Masons.
This is State Senator Dave Kinski, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Homer Scott Field. Shane Parker, along with Ryan Parker tonight here on the broadcast as Trevor Jackson enjoys his Alaskan cruise this week. I hope he's having a good time.
I do too, but how do you take time off during football season?
Well, his boss was kind.
Right, absolutely.
So 4:09 remaining here in the first quarter. Nick Black has it teed up. We'll see if he can keep it away from Sheridan's return team. Again, they've given up 3 special teams returns in the last 2 weeks. Again, it'll be Kettner. He'll keep it this time himself. Go to the far side, and he'll be wrestled down Not much room there for Kettner as he'll take it across the 15 to about the 16-yard line. That's where I think they're going to give him the 17-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Bronx at the 17.
Yep. They've 2 kickoffs and a punt, and they've run that same play. I think Thunder Basin's kind of catching on a little bit, but still not a terrible return. They've got a long field to go. And we did just get an update. Bighorn leads Torrington 21-0 at halftime.
Oh, good for the Rams. 5 receivers again here in the formation for the Bronx. Gilbertson drops straight back, chased out of the pocket, looks downfield, has Dane Steele, but overthrows him by about 4 yards. But there is a flag down in the secondary. Let's see what this is going to be. Defensive holding on Thunder Basin.
Okay.
So that'll... 15 yards.
10-yard penalty.
A 10-yard penalty.
But it gives the Bronx another first down. So now they've got a little bit of more breathing room there. Gets them out of the shadow of the goal line.
So it'll mark it the 27-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Bronx from their own 27 with just under 4 minutes to go here in the first. Cale Gilbertson with Colson. Now Colson's going to shift again into the slot on the far side of the field. Drops straight back. And that ball is going to be knocked down. Did he try to throw it? And did he fumble that ball?
I think it was tipped and he caught his own pass.
It was batted down and then batted back to him. And now Taryn Grooms will come back in, and now it'll be Colson taking the direct snap. So it'll be 2nd down and 12 now, back to the 25-yard line where Gilbertson caught that and was immediately tackled. So Gilbertson, the reception of his own pass after it was batted down. So Colson in the Wildcat now. 3 receivers in the formation with Taryn Grooms beside him. They bring a man on the jet sweep, but Colson keeps it. He's got a lot of room. To the far side, he's across the 40 to the 35. Breaks one tackle there across midfield and drugged down at the Thunder Basin 42, and now a late flag comes in as well. There is a late flag. I don't know if they get a late hit on the Bronx. Dead ball, personal foul, late hit on Thunder Basin. So Thunder Basin commits the late hit, and that'll move the Bronx deep into Thunder Basin territory with 3 minutes to go.
Boy, isn't Kuhn just so hard to bring down?
Yeah, he's just so shifty.
Yes.
His bottom half is so strong.
He took first contact before midfield.
Yep. So Gilbertson back in the shotgun, brings a man and a fumble. Gilbertson puts it on the ground. He picks it up, and he's going to be dropped for about a 2-yard loss. As the Bronx had it at the 27, now they're going to be just at the 29-yard line. So 2nd down and 12 for the Bronx. As Gilbertson just lost control of the snap. So Dom Berrettini's going to go to the far side of the field.
Haswell comes out.
Kason Wilson. He's outside near the numbers here on the near side of the field. Gilbertson takes the snap, drops back, has the man outside, and it's dropped as the intended receiver was Aiden O'Leary. But it was dropped, so it's now 3rd down and 12 from the Bronx from their own 29-yard line. This is probably 4-down territory. I don't know if they try to kick a field goal from here. Colson's long on the year is 21 yards.
Yeah,
21-yard
it
field
might
goal.
be quite a stretch, and your defense has done a pretty solid job, so we'll see what they decide to do.
3rd and 12. Wyatt Phillips. And now flags come in. That's going to be a hold. Gilbertson's running loose down the middle of the field, and he's going to scamper into the end zone. But there are 2 flags laying at about the 32-yard line.
Yep, they're a yard apart, so I'm assuming two officials saw the same hold.
Saw the same hold. And so it'll be up to Thunder Basin if they want to back him up or decline this and make it 4th down.
And they do accept that penalty.
They do accept the penalty, so they're going to give him, it'll be 3rd and 22 now for the Bronx.
Wow. That's kind of gutsy. I don't know if I want to give this offense another shot at that end zone, but
right.
We'll see.
So
what happens.
It'll be 3rd and 22 from their Thunder Basin 41-yard line. Gilbertson trying to get Thunder to jump. Now they're getting the signals in from the sideline. Phillips and Kettner switch spots. And now the Bronx ready to go. Gilbertson. Wide receiver screen to Kettner. Kettner breaks 1 tackle, but not going to be enough. He's going to get inside the 40 to about the 36-yard line, maybe 37-yard line. And it's going to be 4th and still about 4th and about 18 for the Bronx. I'll call it 4th and 20 with under a minute to go here in this first quarter. And Colson is in the Wildcat. I wonder if he'll pooch punt here.
He's been known to do that.
Taryn Grooms goes in motion, and Colson's just going to pooch punt it, and it takes a bounce, and the Bronx are going to touch it at about the 16-yard line, and that's where Thunder Basin will take over with 31.9 seconds left here in the first quarter. Thunder Basin will get an offensive chance here to end the first quarter.
Yeah. I mean, not a bad punt. You pin him back inside the 20, and your defense has been playing fairly good. Gave up 1 big play, and let him go to work.
Yeah, let's get after it. So the defense is back out on the field for Coach Mowry and his Bronx. The defensive line has done a good job of getting pressure on Aguilar. Aguilar with Nick Black in the backfield with him. Again, he'll bring Lafram Boyce on the jet sweep, and now it's a pass play, and it's a deep ball, and it's going to be caught near midfield. On the catch, and still running at midfield is Johnny Foltz but there's a flag back behind the 20-yard line, illegal man downfield on the Bolts, so they just keep shooting themselves in the foot.
And Sheridan needs to figure this out. I mean, that's 2 long, deep pass plays that they've completed. I know there's a little bit of trickery on that, but those defensive backs, they cannot let anybody get behind them.
The jet sweep came. They handed it off to Lafram Boyce, who then just immediately stopped and looked, and the receiver, Johnny Foltz, was running completely wide open down the middle of the field.
Yep.
There wasn't a Bronx defender within 5 yards of him.
Yep, the defense bid on the handoff and thought that it was going to be that jet sweep, and he just stopped and lobbed it down there. And
the secondary's got to play their man. So that'll back them up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15. Make that 1st and about, we'll call it 1st and 15 for Thunder Basin. The ball placed at the 11-yard line. 3 receivers in the formation with a tight end. And Aguilar drops straight back, and that ball's going to bounce. They're saying it's a catch for about 6 yards to Lafram Boyce. From here, it looked like it skipped into him.
It did. It looked like it hit the turf and bounced right up into his hands. But the official was right there.
And now Thunder Basin's going into a hurry-up. They're already back to the line of scrimmage. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, it's the Sheridan Bronx 14, Thunder Basin 3. We're back to Homer Scott Field. You're listening to Sheridan Bronx football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
The The law offices of Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing has offices in Sheridan and Casper ready to protect the freedoms and rights of the citizens of Wyoming. Michael Lansing, McCole Soto, and Wade McCool provide competent local legal counsel focused on small businesses, real estate transactions, guardianships, employee protections, and personal injury. Michael, McCole, and Wade will aggressively, timely, and ethically protect your rights 24/7. Proud to support all local youth activities.
One season, 2 halves, 4 quarters, 1 halftime, 1 final whistle. A season of memories to last a lifetime. Don't let distractions turn those memories into tragedies. Texting while driving is a dangerous distraction. Sending or reading a text takes your eyes off the road for 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving the length of an entire football field with your eyes closed. Whether you're driving to the game or down the court, WYDOT reminds you to stop the text and stop the wrecks.
Paid for by WYDOT Federal 402 funding.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back. Shane and Ryan Parker with you here on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM. Aguilar drops straight back. He's got a man along the near side. It's going to be Vetter out across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. It's going to be close to a first down, and I think they're going to say it is enough for a Thunder Basin first down. And those little 5-yard quick outs has been one of the Bronx struggles to defend for years on end.
Right, and Thunder Basin's doing a great job of exploiting that tonight.
If you're playing off of them, that's all you got to do.
And maybe that's why his completion percentage is so high.
Yep.
But you know what? Make those easy ones and let your athletes work.
O'Leary on the outside defending Vetter again. This time Aguilar has a man. It's going to be Felton. Felton breaks 1 tackle. He's going to fall forward and might have enough for another Thunder Basin first down. I think he will have enough for the first down. Is there a flag? An illegal shift? What do we got here? We got a flag. Illegal man downfield again by Thunder Basin. So something tells me that there's been a lot of maybe some of that going on this year, and maybe one of the Sheridan coaches said something to the officials, hey, can you pay attention to this tonight? Because that's a great catch. The one offensive lineman was downfield about 3 yards before that pass was ever made.
Right. You know, it is a point of emphasis this year to make sure that you're watching for that. And obviously these officials are right on top of it. It's just the second or third one tonight.
So again, 1st and 15 for Aguilar. Aguilar stands at the 17-yard line. And here comes the pressure. He gets away from one man, breaks a tackle at the 25, but a nice tackle by Colson Kuhn to trip him up, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 12.
That kid can just do it 3. All.
Yep. They did a nice job coming up from the linebackers. But the Bronx D-line did a good job of putting pressure, but he was able to escape for just a second. Again, this is an inside pass to Lafram Boy. He gets outside. Oh, his knee went down right there. He should have been down. Didn't his knee go down right about the stick?
You know, it sure looked like it from up here, but we're quite a ways away, but it did kind of look like it.
So Wyatt Phillip on the tackle for the Bronx. It'll bring up 3rd down now for the Bolts across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and about 6. 5 receivers in the formation. Aguilar has a man, and it's caught. It was an interception was gone for, but Lafram Boyd comes up with the catch. Not sure who the DB on that side was, but he jumped the route and just went through his hands, and Lafram Boyce caught it and ran to about the 49-yard line. Actually, they're going to mark him out of bounds at the Bolts 47-yard line. I think that was Darren Davidson who went for the interception and went right through his hands. He was thinking pick 6. Good job jumping the route, just didn't knock the ball down. Now Aguilar, hand off to Black. Black to midfield and wrapped up there. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Nick Black averaging almost 100 yards a game for the Bolts. 74 carries on the year for 395 yards and 5 touchdowns rushing.
And the Bolts going with that no-huddle offense again, and keeps Sheridan from subbing out of anybody.
Yeah, Dylan Glick, the fullback. Aguilar looking downfield, escapes one man, and then he's going to be hit again by Colson Kuhn. It's going to bring up 3rd and short again for the Bolts. Inside Bronx territory this time. 9:24 remaining here in the first half. Thunder Basin on the move. 3rd and 2 now for the Bolts. Their play calling has really been, they've been changing it up. Again, a high snap. This time the ball is caught enough for the first down. It's Lafren Boyce again inside the 40-yard line down to about the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for Thunder Basin at the Bronx 37.
That wasn't terrible defense by Davidson, but that receiver, stayed up, made a great play.
He's physical. He is a real physical receiver. Great basketball player, too. So the play gets signaled in from the sideline for the Bolts. Black in the backfield with Aguilar. He'll hand it off this time and nothing doing. Maybe a half a yard that time for Nick Black.
Who is that getting up off the bottom of the pile?
I think it's Noah Williamson. Number 69 was the first guy there. So Felton will now come back into the ballgame for the Bolts. So you have Felton and Lafren Boyce on the far side of the field. Vetter and Fultz to the near side. Aguilar drops straight back. No pressure. And great defense that time by the Bronx. That was Dane Steele making perfect timing on the pass play as the pass was intended for Johnny Fultz. What a great pass breakup.
He read that perfectly. He didn't try to do too much with it. He just got there and knocked it down, and it brings up 3rd down for Thunder Basin.
3rd and about 9. We'll call it a long 9 for Thunder. Three receivers to the short side of the field with Vetter all alone out here. Aguilar takes off. He's going to be dropped. It's going to bring up 4th down. Again, nice job, Alex Haswell, the first Bronx there to make the tackle. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 7, maybe 8. Well, I would call it 4th and 8.
I think they gave him a yard on that play.
So 4th down and 8 here and I think they're going to punt. Aguilar goes off. Lafren Boyce is going to drop back, or is that Felton's going to drop back to punt. And again, Felton has 8 punts on the year, a 34-yard average. But they want to try to pin Sheridan deep with just over 7 minutes left here in the first half. Felton's punt is away, and it goes out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it. I think it's going to be about the 11-yard line. The Bronx are going to be backed up in their own end, but a good defensive stand by the Bronx.
Absolutely. They needed that, Thunder Basin to put a couple, sustainable drives, but they just, the Bronx dug in and
kind of bend but don't break.
That's what I was just going to say.
Yep.
For sure.
So the Bronx take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line. 4 receivers in the formation with Kuhn back there. Now Kuhn's going to go to the short side in the slot. Gilbertson. Now they look to the sideline for the play to come back in. And Gilbertson has the play. And it's a give to Colson. Colson cuts it up inside, and he's going to be across the 10 to about the 13. Maybe, actually, they're going to even maybe just a yard on the play. So out to the 12-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Bronx.
Thunder Basin did a nice job of keeping containment on that. They saw it was going to go wide, and everybody stayed home, and they were able to force him back in.
So again, 5 wide. Gilbertson. He drops straight back, looks to the sideline, and it's going to be almost intercepted as Damon Fultz was out there. And now it's going to be 3rd and long for the Bronx.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's a little bit of confusion because you had Kuhn and Berrettini in the same direction, in the same spot, and it went off of Kuhn's hands.
Are the Bronx trying to do maybe a little bit too much here early, just instead of just running the ball?
Maybe
I
so.
mean, he's dropped back a lot tonight, a lot more than he has through the first 4 games.
Absolutely. You got your weapons. Let's use them.
Yep. So this time, Kuhn will be the snap receiver in the Wildcat with Grooms, and the Bronx are going to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout as well. 6:24 remaining here in the first half. Bronx lead at 14-3 over Thunder Basin on the range scoreboard. We're back to Homer Scott Field right after this.
When it comes to printed, embroidered, or promotional product needs, there's only one choice in and around Sheridan County. That's Kilpatrick Creations on Brundage Street in Sheridan. Our knowledge and experience puts us ahead of all others. Our expertise guarantees you a quality and affordable product each and every time. Our pricing is fair and consistent, our garment selection is extensive, and our quality is unmatched. So for your next screen printed, embroidered, or promotional product order, go straight to the experts at Kilpatrick Creations. Remember, we're here to make you look good.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Homer Scott Field and Shane Parker, along with Ryan Parker tonight. 6:24 remaining here in the first half. 14-3 Bronx with the lead over the Thunder Basin Bolts. Some scores from around 4A are coming in as well as we are waiting to get this timeout over.
Casper and Natrona lead Cheyenne South 30-0 at halftime. Campbell County in Casper taking on Kelly Walsh, and then it's 28-13.
The snap is to Kuhn. He'll take it, get behind one of his big offensive linemen, but nothing there. A gain of maybe a yard on the play, and it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bronx are going to have to punt from deep in their own end.
Short game brings up 4th down.
So
great defensive play call by the Bolts. I think they knew that number 5 was going to get the ball, and they keyed on him, and he didn't go anywhere.
So far, their run defense has been pretty solid.
It has been very solid. The jet sweeps have worked a couple times, but nothing up the middle.
So here comes Kuhn to punt.
Standing in his own end zone.
And it's a bad snap. And it's going to just go out of the back of the end zone, and that's going to be a safety for the Bolts, and they're going to get a free kick. So it'll be 14-5. The snap was horrible. Rolled all the way back to Kuhn. It took a bad bounce and then through the end zone. So 14-5. So Thunder gets the 2-point safety.
Well, let's see how the Bronx handle this little bit of adversity, huh?
Yeah.
See if they can shake it off and forget about that and move on.
So now the Bronx are going to have to free kick from their own 20-yard line. And I know they call it a free kick. I would put it on a tee.
I would as well.
And boot it away.
Yeah, you can keep it a little bit lower to the ground off the tee with the wind swirling down there in the stadium like it is. So we'll see what they decide to do.
So after the Bronx first 2 drives, just jumped out, bang, bang, scored 2 quick touchdowns to make it 14-0. Now Thunder has 5 unanswered here due to a Sheridan special teams mistake, which you don't see them make very often.
You do not. They're one of the best special teams in the state.
Year in and year out.
Absolutely. And Ty Gilbertson tees it up. He is going to use the tee.
And he does. It's a good boot all the way down to the 24-yard line of Thunder. The return is going to get to the edge, and look out. Caden Poppenfuss is down the far sideline, deep into Sheridan territory, as he's the return man all the way inside the 30 to about the 29 is where Thunder Basin will take over.
Berrettini over there to push him out of bounds. But I feel a little bit of a momentum shift right here about halfway through the second quarter.
The whole far side of the field just opened up. There was not a Bronc over there at all.
Nope, and Berrettini got over there right about the 30 and knocked him out at the 29.
So Kyle Pappenfuss was the return man there. So Thunder Basin comes back out on offense. Lafrem Boyce on the far side with Felton at the tight end spot. Vetter to the near side. And Nick Black, high snap handed to Black. He bounces outside, and he'll be stood up as he crosses the 25 to about the 24-yard line. Pickup of about 4 or 5 there on first down by Black. Boy, the snap almost went over Aguilar's head.
It did. Good thing he's got a nice vertical.
Yeah. So Black was the ball carrier. Aguilar again in the pistol with Black alongside. Fullback also in the formation. Now Lafrem Boyce. The fake, they give it to Black. It opens up wide, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Nick Black, touchdown, Thunder Basin from about 24 yards out. So Thunder Basin is right back in this ball game as they've scored 11 unanswered points.
You know, they went with a little misdirection there, and the Bronx bid on it, and he had a wide open 24-yard scamper.
And now Black for the extra point. The snap is up. The kick is up, and it is good. With 4:52 remaining here in the first half, it's the Bronx 14, Thunder Basin 12. We're back after this 1-minute timeout.
Wherever you are, you'll find a branch of Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union. And here's why. If you have a Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union account and a smartphone or other mobile device, visit SheridanCreditUnion.com. Download the free app, and your smart device becomes an internet mobile banking device with all kinds of banking features. So, regardless of your location, Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union is in the palm of your hand. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
If you have employees coming to stay for an extended time in Sheridan, make them feel at home with a room at the Candlewood Suites. These extended stay rooms feature fully equipped kitchens, including a microwave, full-sized refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding view of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll have more than just a room. They'll feel right at home. Call 307-675-2100.
This is Troy Baker with Hammer Chevrolet, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Well, after the Thunder Basin touchdown gets them back within 2 points here with 4:52 remaining in the first half. Nick Black's got it teed up, and he boots it away, a high end over end. It's going to be returnable, and it's going to be Dane Steele. Actually, Kettner handed it off to Steele. He's got the far sideline, and he's got one man to beat. He breaks across the 50 to the 40, breaks the tackle all the way down to the 25-yard line. So a great return by the Bronx.
You know, on that, when they handed it off down there, when they ran that reverse, the Thunder Basin player almost took that handoff, and once he bit on that, Kettner was gone.
Well, it was Dane Steele on the return.
Okay.
But I thought that Steele or Kettner almost received it out of bounds.
That's what I thought. I thought I'm like, oh, why is he catching that? They can take it at the 35.
Right. It had to have been within a couple inches, I think. But anyway, a great return by the Bronx. Pappenfuss was able to get a hold of him and just slow Dane up before he was finally tackled. This time, Colson, a handoff out across down to about the 25-yard line. We'll pick up about 3 yards there as the return went down to the 28 is where they marked him out. So 2nd down and 7 for the Bronx. Under 4.5 to go here in the first. Haswell back in as an extra blocker. Berrettini will come to the near side with Kettner to the far side. Kuhn will be the snap receiver along with Taryn Grooms in the backfield. This play's taken a long time to get in.
And the back judge has his hand up, so they got about 10 seconds.
Yep. And the give is to Kettner on the jet sweep. He breaks a tackle, have enough for the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 Bronx inside the 20 on the good jet sweep run by Matthew Kettner.
I think he picked it up by about a half a yard.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Bronx at the 17-yard line. Just outside the 17, I think. So the Bronx offense answering the touchdown drive by the Bolts. Again, they're going to keep Colson Kuhn in at quarterback this time. Running the Wildcat. They're going to send Steele across the formation. And here's Colson, breaks one tackle. He's inside the 5, the 10. Touchdown, Colson Kuhn with 3:15 remaining in the half.
Boy, that didn't take long, did it?
17-yard scamper by Colson Kuhn out of the Wildcat. Puts the Bronx ahead by 8 again, and he'll try the extra point here.
About the first 7 yards of that was not easy. He broke about 2 or 3 tackles before he finally broke into the clear. He just refused to go down.
So Kuhn comes on to try the extra point. Dane Steele, the holder. The snap is good. The ball's down. The kick is up, and it is good. With 3:15 remaining here in the first half, it's the Sheridan Bronx 21, Thunder Basin 12. We'll take a timeout and be back with more right after this.
You know what they say, if you're not first, you're last. For all your plumbing demands, choose A+ Plumbers and Appliance Repair. Commercial, residential, new construction, remodel jobs, and all repairs in between. A+ Plumbers and Appliance Repair, because they are number one in a number two business. Call 672-9454. That's 672-9454.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Homer Scott Field as we get ready for another kickoff. Ryan, you've got some scores?
We do. At halftime, Natrona, the last update we have, still 30-0 over Cheyenne South. Campbell County's leading Kelly Walsh at halftime, 28-13. Cheyenne Central having no problems with Laramie, up 35-0 in the third quarter. And Cheyenne East is up 24-7 over Rock Springs, and then, of course, we've got the 21-12 game here.
Gilbertson puts his boot to it, and it's going to get in the end zone. No return that time. So a nice job by Ty Gilbertson to kick it into the end zone, and so Thunder Basin will take over at their own 20-yard line with 3:15 to go here in the first half. What an answer by the Bronx.
And some other 2A scores coming in. We've got 14-7 Tongue River over Newcastle. And last update we had, Bighorn was up 35-0 over Torrington.
Wow, they've been putting up the points and not giving up any.
Exactly. They've scored over 40 the last 2 weeks and haven't given up any.
Right.
Looks like they're well on their way to do that again this week.
So Aguilar brings his offense back out on the field. We've got triplets to the far side of the field, a single receiver to the near side with Black, and they bring Lafren Boy into the action, and Nick Black rumbles out across the 35 to about the 40-yard line. Actually, they're going to stay down to the 41-yard line, and a Bronc is down on the ground. Injury on the field. I thought Lafren Boyce got a little bit of a head start on that play. It looked like he turned upfield before the snap of the ball, and it drew the eye of the defense, and then they brought the draw play. The run play was a draw, and the sea kind of parted there. Black had a wide open lane.
And it's number 72 getting up
Dean
off.
Kirshner.
But he's walking off under his own power.
The senior lineman might have just got the wind knocked out of him.
That's definitely good to see.
Joanne and her crew out there to take care of it. So it'll be 1st and 10 Thunder Basin. See if the Bronx can slow this up. Just powerful offense down here as we get ready to go to halftime. It'd be nice if the Bronx can get a stop here and get the ball back, because Thunder's going to get the ball to start the second half.
Absolutely, but both these offenses are pretty high-powered, and they're putting it on display tonight.
Again, 4 receivers in the formation, as it has been most of the night. Aguilar is going to roll to his right, stops, throws one downfield, and it's going to be well overthrown.
The Bronx had that one pretty well covered up.
Kettner was
coming over, but just a bit overthrown.
Also, Cale Gilbertson was out there in defense as well. So 2nd down and 10 for Alonzo Aguilar, the junior quarterback for the Bolts. 6 foot, 215, 65% completion so far this year.
And over 1,000 yards passing.
In 4 games.
In 4 games, if that tells you anything.
The Bolts do come with a surprising 2-2 record. The handoff to Black. He's hit immediately. Maybe they're going to give him 2 yards.
Yep, I think he's going to be spotted at the 44.
So Taryn Grooms there, also Raider Tomlinson on the tackle for the Bronx.
I think Thunder, they obviously know that they're going to make the playoffs, but I bet they're thinking that this is a must-win.
Yeah, they're 2-2.
They're 2-2.
Yep. So 3rd down and 7, maybe call it 8 for Thunder Basin. And we've got a timeout on the field. I think Thunder Basin wants to talk about this 3rd down play. So we'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back with more Bronx football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
First Federal Bank and Trust invites you to our Community Appreciation event. Join us on Wednesday, September 28th from 11 to 2 at our Illinois Street location. Enjoy a bowl of chili and other refreshments from local businesses. It's supposed to be a beautiful day, and we'd love to share it with our community. Thank you for trusting First Federal with your business. Our team can't wait to see you for our Community Appreciation event, September 28th from 11 to 2 at 671 Illinois Street.
This is State Senator Dave Kinski, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Sheridan Bronx football here on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM. Thunder Basin called a timeout with this 3rd and 8 play with 2:23 remaining here in the first half. Aguilar, he's got 4 receivers in the formation, 2 to each side with Black behind him. Takes the snap, drops straight back, has Laframboy on an out play, and he falls down short of the first down. I don't know if he rolled an ankle but he kind of just went down. And they're going to, did they say, he dropped it. It was incomplete.
Oh, wow.
It looked like he caught the ball.
It did. But maybe that explains why he fell down.
Yep.
He didn't catch the ball.
And so now it's 4th and 8, and they're going to bring Felton on to punt, so a good stop by the Bronx.
Absolutely.
And they're going to have 2 minutes. We'll get to see them run their 2-minute offense here.
And that could be scary for Thunder Basin.
Yes. Let's see what Thunder Basin does here. The snap is away, and Felton, a good kick. And they call for a fair catch, and the Bronx I think it was Kettner with the fair catch right at the 25-yard line. So the Bronx will have 2:04, 2 minutes, 4 seconds to go 75 yards to end this first half.
The punter did a nice job of getting a lot of air underneath it.
Yep,
and
not allowing a return, yep.
Kettner didn't have any other choice because the punt return was, or the punt team was down there in coverage.
Yep. So Gilbertson will send Kettner in motion. Drops straight back. No pressure at all. Throws it downfield. He's got Dane Steele in midfield to the 40. Makes one move to the 30. To the 10.
He's got a blocker.
5. Touchdown! Dane Steele from Cale Gilbertson. And the Bronx are on the board again. 75-yard pass to Dane Steele. Boy, he put that on the money.
He did. All Dane had to do was look it in.
Yep.
He made one cut and off to the races.
So much for having an injured foot because Dane's speed was just, wow, he outran everybody.
And so much for a 2-minute offense.
Yeah.
They needed about 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, they're powerful, aren't they?
So Dane will be the holder. Colson on to kick the extra point. The kick is up. And the kick is good. With 1:53 remaining here in the first half, it's the Bronx 28, Thunder Basin 12. We're back to Homer Scott Field right after this.
Find the power you want with the comfort you deserve in an all-new Ram 1500 Heavy Duty or TRX during Ram Truck Power Days. There's a reason U.S. News and World Report named Ram Truck the best truck brand for 2022. Tow it, haul it, or just enjoy the ride. Ram Truck will take you anywhere you want to go. Visit Sheridan Motors' brand new location at 3270 Wrench Drive to see what's in stock and what's coming soon. Get your power on at Sheridan Motors.
It's been said that for every dollar spent at a locally owned business, it returns 3 times as much income into the local economy. Hi, this is Mandolyn Meyer from Hospital Pharmacy West. The money you spend with a locally owned business stays in our community longer. It's just another way to recycle and help our community. When you shop local, we all win. Thank you from all of us at Hospital Pharmacy West.
Hometown Pharmacy, hometown care at Hospital Pharmacy West.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Ty Gilbertson puts his boot to it, and it's going to be popping Foose from about the 5-yard line, and he's going to be dumped inside the 20, about the 17-18 yard line. Good coverage by the Bronx kickoff team. Aiden O'Leary on the tackle for the Bronx. 1:47 remaining here in the first half.
Well, let's see if this defense can support that offense and get another stop. You know, they've got the momentum back, and let's see what they can do.
Just heard that the Bighorn Rams have put another 40 spot on. They're leading Torrington 42-0.
Wow, McLaughlin's got them playing well, both sides of the ball, apparently.
Torrington down a little bit. Their starting quarterback and starting running back both out with injuries, so you would expect them to at least play, Bighorn to play well, but they're really putting it on them. So Aguilar takes the snap, drops straight back, has Lafren Boyce, nobody around him, breaks a tackle out of Kettner, and down to the far sideline across the 35. Let's see where they mark him out. About the 36-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down.
You know, the yards after catch for these Thunder Basin receivers is amazing.
Well, Lafren Boyce is a big dude. He goes 6'3", 190.
And he's got some wheels.
And he can run and he can jump. He's a long, high jumper, and he plays basketball. He's a very good athlete. Aguilar. With Nick Black lined up behind him. 4 receivers again in the formation. Drops straight back, looking downfield, has Fultz wide open. Kuhn makes the tackle, but after an 11-yard gain, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bolts. Back-to-back first down pass plays.
That offensive line did a great job of blocking, and he had all the time in the world back there to find the open guy.
Again, the hurry-up offense. Aguilar again. This time it's Lafren Boy again. He breaks one tackle but steps out of bounds after a gain of about 6. It'll bring up 2nd down and 4. The little 5-yard and outs have been there all night for the Bolts.
Yep. The passing, the ball doesn't go very far in the air, but once they get it, those yards after catch are adding up.
So 2nd down and about, we'll call it 4. We got 3 receivers on the near side, 5 in the formation again, and the ball goes right through Lafren Boy's hands. It'll bring up 3rd down now for the Bolts.
Boy, that's probably at least 10 or 12 targets for that kid tonight.
Him and Felton get the majority of the targets. So 3rd and 4 with 1:23 remaining here in the half. Aguilar takes the snap. He'll roll to the near side, looks downfield, nothing there, and he's going to be chased down and thrown out of bounds. It's going to bring up 4th down with 1:18 to go. And does Thunder Basin go for it here, or do they punt the ball away again? It looks like they're going to go for it here.
If the Bronx can get a stop, they'll have about a minute to go to try to punch another one in.
They have not brought on the punt team. Aguilar quickly back to the line, trying to get Sheridan to jump, and they are not. And now a false start. Yeah, the near receiver out here, Colton Vetter, he jumped
And he knew it.
And now they're going to have to punt the ball away.
Yep, and he knew it too. He just hung his head when he saw the ref drop the flag.
He knew it immediately, didn't he?
What a terrible feel.
You're kind of out there on an island
Everybody saw it.
Everybody in the whole stadium saw it.
Well, maybe not the Thunder Basin fans on the far side.
Right.
But all the Sheridan fans definitely saw it.
So Felt will drop back to punt this ball away with 1:18. And it is kicked away, almost blocked. Oh, it hit a Bronx right in the back, but right there to cover it up is a Bronx. 21. And that's going to be Colin Custis. It hit a Bronx right square in the back, hit the ground, and Colin Custis fell on it.
Johnny on the spot. Good thing.
So it'll be Bronx 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line with 1:11 left here in the first half.
Plenty of time. The way the Bronx score.
Yep. 5 wide in the formation. Kuhn is in the slot along with Kettner. Pass to Steele. Steele breaks a tackle out across the 45 to about the 46-yard line. They're going to say right to the 45. That'll stop the clock. Oh, they're going to place it at the 45-yard line. So it'll be a Bronx first down, and they wind the clock, and 1 minute to go. Gilbertson drops straight back, no pressure on him, looking downfield. A hold's going to be called. Gilbertson breaks another tackle, and he's going to be dropped at midfield, but a lot of time ran off, but there's going to be a holding call on the Bronx. Clear back at the 40-yard line, so that's going to, they're going to back.
That's going to be a loss of 15.
Yep.
Because it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and that foul was 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
So that's a big holding penalty.
Yep.
So 48.4 seconds remaining. 28-12, the Bronx lead here on the range scoreboard. And the clock will run. And the give is to Kettner. Kettner to the near side, breaks one tackle and runs out of bounds at the 35-yard line. See, 34, I think. So it'll bring up second down and long for the Bronx with 40 seconds remaining.
Do you take a shot?
Well, if you take a look, the Thunder Basin defensive backs are playing almost like prevent. It would take quite a bit to get a Bronx receiver behind them.
Yeah, but, the middle of the field's still open, too, because the Bronx have 2 timeouts in their pocket as well.
So Steele goes in motion. The give is to Kuhn. Kuhn breaks a tackle, bounces it off. Another guy dives forward. Pickup of about 4 or 5. And the Bronx, are they going to burn a timeout here? Nope, they're not. So under 30 seconds to play here in the first half. And maybe the Bronx just let this go to halftime here. 15 seconds remaining in the half. Don't forget, James Timberlake will be coming up with his halftime report. He'll run down all the weekend activities going on around Sheridan County, along with Wyoming Cowboys, Denver Broncos, and everything going on around the county. And that will take us to the half. It's the Sheridan Bronx 28, Thunder Basin Bolts 12. You're listening to Sheridan Bronx football on 1410 KWYO 106.9 FM.
Projects are complex and full of communication hurdles. WWC Engineering is a multidisciplinary engineering firm that's been serving the Rocky Mountain region since 1980. WWC's range of consulting services is broad and employs an exceptional staff that has worked on a multitude of conservation district and water resource projects, giving them the experience from ground and surface water rights to irrigation and stream restoration. WWC Engineering. Call 672-0761 or visit them at wwcengineering.com.
When you're ready to take the next step with your business, you need a partner you can trust. Hi, I'm David Hubert from First Bank of Wyoming. Team up with our local commercial lenders who know this community and strive to build lasting relationships focused on your success. Call us at 672-1733 or stop by our office at 1470 Sugarland Drive, Suite 2 to get started today. First Bank of Wyoming, Division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Cindy with ERA Carroll Realty and presenting sponsor of the Wild Film Festival. This lineup has something for everyone, like movies, Outside the Circle, and The Magic Hour. And this year they're celebrating the 50th anniversary of The Godfather, re-released and remastered in 4K. See all the movies and get tickets online at wildfilmfestival.org. Buy individual tickets or get a weekend pass.
Would you like to turn your fly cast into an art form or learn how to process your own meat? Would you like to learn American Sign Language or study different styles of yoga? Sheridan College is offering community interest classes to provide unique learning experiences that will feed your curiosity in a wide variety of subjects such as art, technology, outdoor, and cultural topics. Begin tailoring your education to your hobbies by visiting www.sheridan.edu/community. Using our easy online form to enroll or call an advisor today at 307-675-0500. Brand identity is an integral part of your company. It's how the public views your organization and relates to your business. The folks at Alpha Graphics are experts in helping you grow your brand through strategic and consistent marketing plans. Their goal is to help you get noticed and get business. Go to alphagraphicssheridan.com to request a quote today, or stop by their new location at 2266 North Main Street in Sheridan.
Touchdown Bronx! Touchdown Bronx!
Jack, what are you doing? The neighbors can hear you.
With all the touchdown the Bronx are going to make this year, I felt I needed to practice. You know, we both like to give our best when given a helping hand.
That's right. We're always willing to give a helping hand to our clients when it comes to buying or selling their property. We even do a free market analysis to anyone that calls.
Our clients score a touchdown whenever they work with us at Best Real Estate EXP Realty.
Call Kathleen and Jack and get ready to pack at 307-763-1249.
Do you love what you do? Well, I do. Hi, this is Jill Bates with Best Real Estate. I have the pleasure of working with many amazing people every day, assisting them with the next chapter, whether buying or selling. Real estate is not just looking at pretty homes. There are lots of hoops, steps, and challenges to overcome, and people to coordinate to achieve a successful closing. We don't expect you to know what to do. You don't do this every day like we do. Let me and my outstanding and caring team at Best Real Estate be your guide and make the start of your next chapter a success. Give us a call today, 675-BEST. As always,
It's time for the Homestar Halftime Show. We'll be back with a wrap of the first half right after this word from Homestar, your easiest way home.
There's a lot of hype about mortgage interest rates right now, but like sports, we can be working on your preseason mortgage game. This is Autumn Showtime Morris with Homestar. If you want the best rate when you're ready for a home loan, let's make sure everything you need is in place to get that win. I will personally help you every step of the way. Stop by and see us. We are located behind Bison Union Coffee Company at 30 Cornell Plaza. Find us online at homestarfc.com. Homestar, your easiest way home.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And good evening, football fans. I am James Timberlake, and we are at halftime between the second-ranked Sheridan Bronx and the fifth-ranked Thunder Basin Bolts. The Bronx come into this matchup having won 3 straight matchups against Thunder Basin and lead the overall series 5-2. Right now, the Bronx are looking to extend that streak to 4 in a row and are leading 28-12 at the halfway point. Welcome to the Bronx Halftime Report presented by Homestar. Coming up, we will take a look at the local sports schedules for this upcoming weekend, and then we will preview a big football matchup for the Cowboys tomorrow against BYU and conclude with a preview of the Broncos game on Sunday against the 49ers. But first, we will get you updated with some of the football scores locally and across the 4A. Taking a look at those 4A scores right now. Number 1, Cheyenne East. Last update we got, number 1 Cheyenne East is up against Rock Springs on the road at Rock Springs, 34-7 at the half. also going on. Number 3, Natrona is at home taking on Cheyenne South, and they are rolling in the fourth quarter. Have a running clock 51-0 over South. Natrona leads. Also, number 4, Cheyenne Central is leading on the road at Laramie 42-0 in that one. That one's in the fourth quarter as well. And then Kelly Walsh is on the road at Campbell County, and Campbell County is leading that one 28-13. That one's at the half as well in the last update. And then locally in 2A, number 2 ranked Tongue River is leading Newcastle at home 21-7. That one's in the fourth quarter. And the last update we got for Bighorn, 5th ranked Bighorn, they're leading 42-0 over Torrington, and that one is in the fourth quarter as well. Coming up this weekend in local sports action, the Sheridan Bronx and Lady Bronx tennis teams are in Gillette through tomorrow, competing in the state tournament. And after day 2, the Lady Bronx are in second place, trailing only Kelly Walsh and the Bronx. We don't have a score for the Bronx yet, but we will get that for you, and the updates will be over on SheridanMedia.com once they become available to us. The Sheridan Bronx and Lady Bronx cross country team was over in Rapid City today, competing in the Rapid City Area Schools High School Invitational at Hart Ranch Camping Resort. The girls placed second, and the boys placed third. And Austin Acres for the boys placed 5th out of nearly 200 participants. Finally, it's a very busy weekend locally for volleyball. The Bighorn Lady Rams took the short trip over to Tongue River last night to take on their rival, the Tongue River Lady Eagles, and the Lady Rams were able to get out of town unscathed, beating the Lady Eagles in 3 games, 25-11, 25-16, and 25-15. Tonight, the Lady Eagles are hosting Sundance, and the Lady Rams are with the Sheridan Lady Bronx, taking part in the Casper Invitational. The Lady Bronx opened up the tournament with a trio of losses, unfortunately, falling to Cheyenne Central 2-0 by scores of 25-16 and 25-22. Then they fell to Worland in 2 games, 25-13 and 25-12. And finally, they fell to Kelly Walsh in 2 games as well, 25-13 and 25-9. They will compete tomorrow as well, as that tournament will continue into tomorrow. That's a look at the local sports for this weekend. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, get you a preview for the Cowboys and Broncos football games coming up this weekend. The Bronx are leading the Bolts at halftime 28-12. And this is the Bronx Halftime Report presented by Homestar.
Are you looking to ease a financial burden, secure college funding, make home improvements, consolidate debt? Hi, this is Matt with Homestar. These are all things we can help you with. Don't let national news stop you from exploring options to solve your problems and ease your mind. I will personally help you every step of the way. Stop by and see us. We are located behind Bison Union Coffee Company at 30 Grinnell Plaza. Find us online at homestarfc.com. Homestar, your easiest way home.
Projects are complex and full of communication hurdles. WWC Engineering is a multidisciplinary engineering firm that's been serving the Rocky Mountain region since 1980. WWC's range of consulting services is broad and employs an exceptional staff that has worked on a multitude of conservation district and water resource projects, giving them the experience from ground and surface water rights to irrigation and stream restoration. WWC Engineering. Call 672-0761 or visit them at wwcengineering.com.
When you're ready to take the next step with your business, you need a partner you can trust. Hi, I'm David Hubert from First Bank of Wyoming. Team up with our local commercial lenders who know this community and strive to build lasting relationships focused on your success. Call us at 672-1733 or stop by our office at 1470 Sugarland Drive, Suite 2 to get started today. First Bank of Wyoming, Division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Troy Baker with Hammer Chevrolet, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And welcome back to the Bronx Halftime Report presented by Homestar. The Bronx are leading at the halfway point 28-12 over the Thunder Basin Bolts. The Wyoming Cowboys are getting ready for a big matchup tomorrow night, taking on the 19th ranked BYU Cougars. This will be the first matchup between the Cowboys and the Cougars since 2016. The Pokes lost that matchup 24-21. That's more or less been the trend when it comes to these two teams playing each other. BYU has won 8 straight meetings dating back to 2004. That's the longest streak. in the series so far. The Pokes' last win against BYU was back in 2003, beating the Cougars 13-10 in Laramie. By season's end, this will more than likely be the toughest opponent the Cowboys face this year in terms of talent. The Cougars aren't ranked 19th in the country for no reason. They sit at 2-1 and 2-1 on the season, and have a solid marquee win at home, beating the 9th-ranked Baylor Bears earlier in the season, 26-20 in double overtime. However, the Cougars are coming off a big loss just this past weekend, where they fell to the 25th-ranked Oregon Ducks, 41-20 on the road. The Ducks had great success limiting the Cougars' rushing attack, holding BYU to just 61 total yards on the ground. But the Ducks also have a much more balanced offense than the Pokes do, and if the Cowboys end up getting in a shootout, then the odds will heavily be in the Cougars' favor, as they sport one of the better passing attacks in the country, led by one of the better quarterbacks in the country in Jaron Hall, who has already thrown for more than 800 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 1 interception, and comes in with the 27th highest completion percentage at 68.8% so far this year. The Cowboys are coming off a couple of big wins. One win this past weekend against Air Force this past weekend, and have now won 3 in a row after falling in their first game of the season. The Pokes were also big underdogs coming into that game against the Air Force, with the closing line ending at 18.5-point underdogs. The Pokes did not line up the stat sheet per se, but they were very balanced, rushing for 180 yards and passing for 162 yards, while also completing 18 of 23 pass attempts. The Oregon Ducks gave the Cowboys a possible blueprint for success this past weekend when they dominated BYU, and the Pokes already have a taste of playing spoiler. The Cowboys will come in as 21.5-point underdogs as of Friday night, and we will see if they can play spoiler 2 weekends in a row. You'll be able to listen to all the action between the BYU Cougars and the Wyoming Cowboys over on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO, with pregame scheduled for 6:45 p.m. and kickoff scheduled for 8:15. The Denver Broncos are coming off their first win in the Russell Wilson era, beating the Houston Texans last Sunday 16-9. It was a win for the Broncos, but I think it's safe to say the Bronco fans are more or less a little disappointed in the way the offense has looked. Wilson had a very rough game under center, completing just 45% of his passes for 219 yards, 1 for a touchdown, and then 1 interception as well, and had just 1 big-time throw all night. The offense overall has looked uninventive, and the team as a whole has been very undisciplined. They have been penalized a league worst 25 times so far through 2 games. The Broncos also lost 2 big names to injury in the win, with Jerry Jeudy going out with ribs and shoulder injuries, and then Patrick Surtain, their star cornerback, left with a shoulder injury, and both are now questionable with their matchup with the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday. The Niners are coming off a win against the Seahawks this past weekend. Their starting quarterback, Trey Lance, suffered a season-ending ankle injury, and that meant that Jimmy Garoppolo, who was possibly the most talked about on-the-field storyline of the offseason, got his starting job back as the Niners quarterback. He did lead San Francisco to a win in that game last Sunday, but he wasn't stellar in the victory either, completing just 61% of his passes for a touchdown for 154 yards and 1 big-time throw. The Niner offense may not be a huge powerhouse, but the Broncos will have to deal with one of the best defensive line units in the league so far this season. And this past week, they came up with 18 total pressures, 9 QB hurries, 6 QB hits, and 3 total sacks, highlighted by pass rushing phenom Nick Bosa, who accounted for 2 of the sacks. The Broncos will hopefully come out in the matchup with some more offensive answers, but they will have to do it against a defensive line buzzsaw. As it stands Friday evening, the Broncos will come into this game as 1.5-point underdogs, and we will see if that line changes as we get closer to kickoff. But nonetheless, you'll be able to hear all the action live over on 1410 AM at 106.9 FM KWYO, with pregame scheduled for 4 p.m. and kickoff scheduled for 6:20. Looks like the second half is about to get underway, so we are going to send it back out to Shane Parker at Homer Scott Field for kickoff. I have been your host, James Timberlake, and you have been listening to the Bronx Halftime Report, presented by Homestar.
Hi, this is Cindy with ERA Carroll Realty and presenting sponsor of the Wild Film Festival. This lineup has something for everyone, like movies, Outside the Circle, and The Magic Hour. And this year they're celebrating the 50th anniversary of The Godfather, re-released and remastered in 4K. See all the movies and get tickets online at wildfilmfestival.org. Buy individual tickets or get a weekend pass.
Would you like to turn your fly cast into an art form or learn how to process your own meat? Would you like to learn American Sign Language or study different styles of yoga? Sheridan College is offering community interest classes to provide unique learning experiences that will feed your curiosity in a wide variety of subjects such as art, technology, outdoor, and cultural topics. Begin tailoring your education to your hobbies by visiting www.sheridan.edu/community. Using our easy online form to enroll or call an advisor today at 307-675-0500. Brand identity is an integral part of your company. It's how the public views your organization and relates to your business. The folks at Alpha Graphics are experts in helping you grow your brand through strategic and consistent marketing plans. Their goal is to help you get noticed and get business. Go to alphagraphicssheridan.com to request a quote today, or stop by their new location at 2266 North Main Street in Sheridan.
Touchdown Bronx! Touchdown Bronx!
Jack, what are you doing? The neighbors can hear you.
With all the touchdowns the Bronx are going to make this year, I felt I needed the practice. You know, we both like to give our best when giving a helping hand.
That's right. We're always willing to give a helping hand to our clients when it comes to buying or selling their property. We even do a free market analysis day when they call us.
Our clients score a touchdown whenever they work with us at Best Real Estate eXp Realty.
Call Kathleen and Jack and get ready to pack at 307-763-1249.
Do you love what you do? Well, I do. Hi, this is Jill Bates with Best Real Estate. I have the pleasure of working with many amazing people every day, assisting them with the next chapter, whether buying or selling. Real estate is not just looking at pretty homes. There are lots of hoops, steps, and challenges to overcome, and people to coordinate to achieve a successful closing. We don't expect you to know what to do. You don't do this every day like we do. Let me and my outstanding and caring team at Best Real Estate be your guide and make the start of your next chapter a success. Give us a call today, 675-BEST. As always, make it a great day.
Brokered by EX.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Homer Scott Field. Shane Parker along with Ryan Parker tonight. Bronx leading 28-12 thanks to James Timberlake for that halftime sports report. Some stats to pass along from this ball game. The Bronx, 259 yards in total offense in that first half. 15 carries for 137 yards. Cale Gilbertson, 6 of 9 for 122 yards in that touchdown to Dane Steele. For Thunder Basin, they had 13 carries for 67 yards. They attempted 19 passes, 12 of 19 for 149 yards for the Thunder Basin Bolts. So pretty good first half for the Bronx as going forward. So
yeah, both teams, had some big plays.
Yep.
And
shared just a few more big plays.
And both teams had some costly penalties. So let's see if they, I'm sure the coaches discussed it at halftime, and we'll see if they can react.
So Ty Gilbertson has the ball teed up as we get ready to start the second half. Again, the Bronx leading 28-12 on the range scoreboard. Gilbertson. And he boots it. It's going to be short. That one's going to come up and be taking it about the 12-yard line. It's Poppenfuss with a seam, and he's out, and he's across midfield, has one man to beat, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. That's going to be Ty Gilbertson, the kicker, making the touchdown-saving tackle inside the Bronx 40 at about the 37-yard line.
So Thunder Basin comes out with a big return and going to put some pressure right off the bat on that Bronx defense.
38-yard line is where they will take over inside Bronx territory. You don't want to give them any kind of, glimmer of hope here.
Well, they showed in the first half. I mean, they scored 12 unanswered, and then Sheridan roared back and put up 14 unanswered of their own.
So Aguilar has trips to the far side, and they're all in a bunch. Black behind him, with Vetter to the near side. And the give is to Black, and it's read perfectly by Colson Kuhn. He steps up, makes the tackle after a 1-yard gain.
Pretty much a textbook tackle. You go down and you hit them low and take their legs out, and they can't continue their run.
2nd down and 9. They showed a bunch passing formation, but handed the draw play off to Black. Again, 4 wide, 2 to each side with Black behind Aguilar. Drops back, has Vetter incomplete, and it'll be 3rd and 9.
I think he heard Darren Davidson's footsteps there coming, and the pass was a little bit low.
Yeah, the pass was definitely low, but Vetter just couldn't handle it.
That'll bring up 3rd and about 8 for the Bolts.
So Vetter, again, goes 4 wide. He's got Felton and Vetter to the near side with Black behind him, and he'll drop straight back, and he's hit, but the little flare out to Black is going to be completed, but going to be short of the first down as Dane Steele came up to make the tackle. It's going to be 4th and about 5, maybe even 4th and 5, we'll call it, inside the Bronx 35 at about the 33-yard line.
This early in the third quarter, is it
They're going
for 4-down territory?
They think they can get 5 or 6 yards here. Aguilar, again, drops straight back, has a man, it's completed out there to LaFramboise, just enough for the first down. Actually, that's going to be Black on the reception. He had gone out wide.
You know, that quarterback for Thunder Basin does a nice job of getting that ball out quickly before he faces any pressure.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with it. And that brings up a first down for Thunder Basin. 10.5 to go here in the third. Black will now line up in the backfield. Again, 4 wide. Seems to be their formation every time. The handoff is to Black, and he's going to be snuffed after a 1 or 2 yard gain. Raider Tomlinson there for the Bronx, along with Chance Larson, the Bulldog from his nose guard position. What a beautiful night for football. Slight breeze, 59 degrees. Aguilar, a flare out to LaFramboise. He catches it, but he's going to be dropped. That's going to be a loss on the play of maybe a yard. LaFramboise, he bobbled the ball, and that gave the Bronx time to react, and he's still down. I don't know if maybe he's got a cramp or something, because he's sitting up. He's trying to get up. And the coaches come out on the field.
Well, let's hope that everything's okay. He's been their playmaker all season.
For sure.
This would be a big loss if he's unable to continue. Great football player.
9:43 remaining here in the third, as the coaches and a couple trainers come out to check on Caden LaFramboise. It's kind of a mouthful, but he's up, and
yeah, he's jogging.
I think he just got a cramp because he's jogging off the field. He's got to come off for one play. It'll be probably the first time he's been off the field all night. He's on kickoff return, punt return.
Maybe all year.
Offense, defense. So 3rd down, and we'll call it